Good morning everybody and benvenuto a Porto. Porto is the cultural and financial center of northern Portugal and has about 238,000 inhabitants, lies at the river of Douro and as well at the Atlantic coast. Despite the fact that inside of Porto there are living only 238,000 people, in the metro region of Porto, which is as well combined with the city of Gaia, there are living 1.76 million people. And by the way, the city center of Porto is part of the UNESCO World Heritage Sites. And a fun fact, by the way, that most of you guys already know, I think, is that the city of Porto is famous for their port wine, which is distributed here in all the port houses along the river of Douro. The history of the city of Porto goes back a long way, as 540 after Christ, the first settlement was built here at the shore of the river of Douro. In the modern days, Porto is well known for their great cuisine, so there is a lot of seafood going on. They have a lot of traditional dishes around all the restaurants in the city center of Porto, and as well the culture in the city is great. So if you want to come here, go to a museum, go to a theater, or just walk around the city, it's a great place to be. And before we go to the airport to catch our flight from Porto to my hometown of Munich today, I will give you some impressions about the city of Porto, so sit back and relax.
Dann?
Ja. Magische Grenze.
Houses all along the other side, which you can visit. That's where they aged the port wine. Then we came back. We walked around the Cathedral of Porto, where the city of Porto began its modern history.
After our walk through the city of Porto, it's now time to go to the airport. Therefore, you have basically two options to go for. First of all, you can take a cab or taxi, or you can go by public transportation like I did. So I took the metro from João Bento station and we went to the airport. As the airport of Porto was quite crowded today, I opted to go to the lounge and use my priority pass to get into it. After I made my way through security and onto the second level of this airport, I was quite disappointed to see that the lounge was closed and there was no really reason why. So maybe it's just like the COVID situation and there are not enough passengers to have the lounge open, but it was quite disappointing at this time. After arriving at the gate area, I just chose to sit wherever a good plug from my phone was, as my phone was very low on the battery at the moment. And as well, there were good views of the runway and it was not too crowded at all at the gate area. And it was no long wait until our plane from the inbound flight of Munich has arrived into Porto Airport and was brought to the stands. So boarding will start shortly. Our ride today was a Lufthansa Airbus A320 aircraft in a 3-3 configuration with a couple of business seats in the front. This time I chose to sit in row 7 to have a great view of the engine as well as the wing. Shortly after boarding was finished, we began our pushback onto the runway and we headed out towards our departure.
Bitte noch die Rückenlehne senkrecht, lassen Sie die Tische nach oben und öffnen Sie die Sonnenblenden. For takeoff, please put the backrest of your seat in upright position, fold away the table in front of you, and open the window shade.
After a very pleasant departure, it was shortly time to bring out the menu for the onboard service. Although Lufthansa is a premium airline on those short-haul routes like from Porto to Munich, all the food that you want to have, you have to pay for. As well as drinks, the only thing which is for free, you will get a bottle of water for sure. The selection of the board menu was quite good, so there were a lot of options of hot and cold snacks, drinks, salads and whatever else you want to have. Even dessert was on the menu. As my flight was a pre-evening flight, I just chose to give the white wine a shot, and as well I took a bottle of water with it. And by the way, if you're traveling with Lufthansa, white wine is quite good. And after the the service, just have a look out of the window onto the clouds and as well the sunset, which is right behind us. This flight was actually one of my most beautiful flights here in Europe, so let's enjoy the scenery and I will play you some music with it. After only 2 hours and 45 minutes, it was time for our landing into the airport of Munich, which will be a night landing, so I hope YouTube will not darken it as much as it intends to, so that you can at least see a little bit of our landing here in Munich.
ausgeschaltet wurden. Neben Namen und der gesamten Besatzung danke ich Ihnen, dass Sie heute die Lufthansa Starlines gewählt haben. Bitte öffnen Sie die Staufächer gleich vorsichtig, damit keine Gegenstände herausfallen können. Wir hoffen, dass Sie sich wohl bei uns gefühlt haben und wünschen Ihnen noch einen schönen verbleibenden Abend hier in München oder eine angenehme und sichere Weiterreise. Tschüss, vielen Dank und auf Wiedersehen. Sollten Sie einen Weiterflug gebucht haben, schauen Sie gerne jetzt in der Lufthansa-App nach, ob sich eine Änderung ergeben hat, oder werfen Sie im Terminal einen Blick auf die Anzeigetafel. Welcome to Munich, ladies and gentlemen. Please keep your seatbelt fastened until the fasten seatbelt sign has been switched off.
Welcome to Munich, everybody. After a very relaxing 2 hour and 45 minutes flight, I made it from city of Porto back to my hometown of Munich. Thank you very much to the crew of the entire Lufthansa team for this good flight. And now, as a tradition, I'm going to go to the local brewery here at the airport of Munich, to Airbus, and have myself a welcome drink. To sum up the experience of Lufthansa today, it was a great flight, no turbulences at all. It was just like perfectly smooth all the way. So Lufthansa is using Terminal 2 here at Munich, so this is a cool benefit because it's a very less crowded terminal. Pretty much Star Alliance and Lufthansa is using those a second terminal here in Munich. All other airlines, they are going from Terminal 1, which can get quite busy, to be honest. So everybody, I want to end this video right now as I'm leaving Terminal 2. And as always, thank you for watching, everybody. It was a good trip so far. Porto is a beautiful city. So guys, this is the end of the video. I'm back at Munich, and just want to say thank you for watching. Take care everybody, and until the next time, keep on exploring.